Hey Gemini, this is Tara from Tara's Tarot. I'm here with your June 2019 reading, and I've already shuffled and dealt the cards. I just want to kind of sum up a couple points so you know if this reading is resonating with you, and then I'm going to dive in and go through the whole reading. If anyone also would like a personal reading, I do offer in-depth, detailed, private readings. You can email me at tara@tarastarot.com. Okay, so for you guys, I'm just going to sum up a couple points. It's definitely looking like something in your life is being restructured. Something is changing. Something may have suddenly, shockingly ended, or you're going through this transitional phase where an aspect of your life is kind of meant to go. So I'm seeing this cycle being wrapped up, and a lot kind of faded energies restructuring in what in your life needs to be restructured. It's meant to be, it's meant to happen this way. It's actually a blessing in disguise, but you might be feeling a little bit anxious right now about that. Just kind of dealing with the changes, dealing with completing the cycle, letting go of saying goodbye to what, is leaving your life, but it's a good thing. There's like a little bit of conflict, but very, fleeting, passing, temporary, nothing you can't handle. As we get to the outcome, I want to clarify that because it's looking pretty complex. So, okay, so for you guys this month, the main energy we're looking at, so the center of the spread, this is where you are either, on a timeline in the present, or the core energy, the core of the situation that you're dealing with. So we've got a very interesting core spread. We've got the Tower here, crossed by the Sun. So there's the Tower. So this is something in your life that's being removed. It is fated. Basically God, the divine intelligence of the universe, is saying, look, consciousness can see everything from this perspective. We, as part of you, know what is good for you, what you want, where your soul's ultimately trying to go, and whatever situation that is erected right now is standing in your way, and it's actually not something based in reality. So this can be, when we build up something in our mind and we kind of create an illusion around it, it's something that's constructed based off false foundations. So there's something here that really isn't working with you, isn't working for you. And to us, from our perspective, it can seem like, this great upheaval happening, or this, why is this breaking down? Why is this being removed from my life? I don't want that to happen. This wasn't part of the plan. But actually, thank goodness this does happen, because we are kind of, in the dark. We don't really see how what we've created is wasting our time and is wasting our energy and is not actually getting us to where we want to go or delivering us what we want. So this tower of illusion is crumbling down. So this is a lot of restructuring in your life, but ultimately it's for the best. And then we have the Sun reminding us of that here, crossing the tower. So this is like complete, joy and happiness, freedom, warmth, clarity. Everything is great in life. Everything is going our way. We are happy. We're living in joy. We get to be free from this cold, dark tower, whatever was blocking us in, whatever was confining us, even if it's an emotional thing, whatever emotions were just being kept caged. It's that freedom of like exploding all that and being released from whatever that tower represented for you. And it looks like it's going to be, a very freeing, happy thing. So this looks really good. Now, some detail we can get from this. We've got hanging above the reading is the Ten of Swords. So this is your kind of conscious outlook, what you're aware of on the surface. And so something is clearly ending. Something has outlived its time and it's time to go bye-bye. Something is not giving you any good energy anymore. It's not helping you. It's not in alignment with your dreams and your goals. It's only hurting you. So the Ten of Swords comes in when it is finally the end of the chapter. It's just... at this point, there's no life left to give. There's nothing left for you to get from whatever this situation represented. And often this is like a long kind of situation, repetitious situation where this can be the kind of thing where we hold on to something and we're like, no, it'll get better. No, I believe in this. No. And it just keeps bringing the same thing year after year after year or whatever. We get the same results we've always gotten. And this is finally like, okay, it's time to cut it loose. So you're wrapping up something. Something is ending, but it's going to give you a lot of peace of mind. It's going to be a weight off. You're going to be able to consolidate your energy. You won't be drained. This is like a toxic situation that just, that hanging on to it would only cause you pain and suffering. So it really is time to release whatever this represents. It's the end of the road for this, whatever this is for you. But it looks like that was, totally meant to be as part of this tower. It's breaking down that situation to free you so you can be happier. Under the situation in the subconscious, we do have the Page of Swords. So this is, this could have been a fight. This could have been something sudden. This could have been like you said something and it was too late to take it back, or someone said something and it was out there and it, led to this chain of events. This could also be just getting information, getting a message, and realizing, okay, I can't ignore this anymore. This has to end. Something is, so the Page of Swords is all about a message, getting information, communicating, often in an immature, blunt, or direct way. It's like all of a sudden you're getting this message from this page boy messenger or direct, blunt communication, or just hearing gossip, getting information that kind of changes things. And then for you guys, you're represented by the Nine of Swords here. So this can just be, this is very much you're a prisoner of your own anxiety. This is like your thoughts are going way beyond, keeping you up at night or causing you to worry. It's kind of when we are a prisoner of our mind. So the thoughts we're thinking are not really real or not really necessarily the truth. It's just our mind is going on overdrive, and now we're just a prisoner of that, torture chamber of our mind. So don't worry more than, I know it's easier to say than do, but you don't need to worry. You don't need to, carry this around. You don't need to panic, or this looks like it is happening in your best interest. And whatever this is that has kept you in that situation, that imprisoned or stressful or whatever, is being released. And so you might have a little bit of anxiety and worry, like, what's going to happen? I don't know. This is out of my control. This isn't what I signed up for. This isn't how I thought that things were going to go. And you might be worrying about the worst, but there's good things coming in, and that was meant to happen. So, I don't want you to be, feel like you have to listen to all those worries and like that they are actually going to come true. That's just in our mind. That's just a fear place. This is all being, happening as it should and restructuring your life for good. We also have in the recent past, we've got the Death card. So this is that, there's a whole cycle of your being, yourself, your soul that's wrapping up, and your life. So you're getting ready for a whole new chapter in your life. You're reaching a new level where you have to shed the stuff that's not meant to come with you. And, the new stuff that's coming into your life is coming in, and this stuff has to be cleared away for that newness, that regeneration, that transformation. So this is exciting. This is like your life is changing. But right now it looks like, we're dealing with a little bit, you might be still processing what's leaving your life or how things are changing, but you should be able to feel some of this sun energy as well, going along with this transition. It looks like this positivity is also in the present, like you're aware of this. Okay. So that's big. Something is totally restructuring in your life and shifting you. Just, do not panic. Do not have unnecessary worry. If you do have worries, just, you can write them down or think them through, but don't carry them around and as if, you have to be stressed by them and tortured by them, so, hopefully this helps you put that into perspective a little. Okay. So near future, we've got the King of Cups here. So this is a really good energy. This feels really good. This can be a man. This can be a woman. This can be just the energy of the situation. So if we're looking about us, if you're going to feel this King of Cups energy, and this is you in the near future, it's just such an emotionally balanced place to be. It's being in control of your emotions, being open and able to feel things, able to receive things, able to give things maturely, but also to be balanced and on a stable ground so that you're not reacting to your emotions, or your emotions aren't overwhelming to you and take you off balance, but they're stable. And you can enjoy your emotions without being scared by them or afraid of them. Or so feeling that, emotional fulfillment, emotional balance, emotional peace. Now, if this is a person, this can be someone who brings that to your life, who's very trustworthy, who's noble, who is compassionate, who does the right thing, who wants to, do the right thing and is a good person. Someone as well who is mature and knows their emotions, has access to their emotions, can give emotionally, but also is strong enough and wise enough to be able to balance all that. So this is a really beneficial person that's going to gain importance in your life in the near future. Or this is you coming into your more peaceful, happy emotional state after this restructuring has gone on with the Tower. And I mean, with that, I just see that the environment is the Four of Cups, and the card on the bottom of the deck, the Five of Wands. This is just showing there's some, with the Four of Cups, like you might the situation, the environment might not be content with. You might not be content with it right at this time. It might be like, this is not what I want. This I feel like I'm just bored, or I'm not emotionally satisfied by this, or this is making me a little more jaded about life, and like nothing good ever happens to me, blah, blah, blah. But there is this opportunity here for you. So it's just reminding you, don't shut down. Don't, be careful of what thoughts we think and we believe, because that's what kind of helps to create our own reality, that what we're perceiving and what we're experiencing. So this energy saying, when we do feel like that, don't allow it to block off other opportunities. Don't allow it to block off your heart from being receptive to things, because there are always opportunities around, and this could be one unique opportunity for you. This could be this King of Cups as a cup for you, and if we're just like in that attitude of like, whatever, nothing good ever happens, then we might not be able to recognize it and, accept this opportunity or explore what this cup has to offer to us. And the Five of Wands is just, an annoyance. It's just that that part in the phase of a journey where there's just some pushback and there's some obstacles you got to go through. It's really more of an irritation than a deterrent. This isn't going to like throw us off. We can handle this. It's just we have to kind of apply our will and fight for what we want through whatever is kind of coming at us from an oppositional energy, whether it's, it's a general reading, so it can manifest in many, many different ways. But so there's just a little maybe discontentment around. Totally normal. This is all going to pass and be very temporary. This Tower happening is the best, because the Tower it's like, let's just pretend let's use the analogy, you're in this awful job that you hate, and you just have convinced yourself this is the best you can do right now, or that you have to be here for some reason, or that you don't have another option, or you're just too tired and exhausted to really, or you're too, or whatever it is, you're trapped in this horrible job with the Tower. And then, it's like the universe is sending you all these messages, and God, here's your prayer, and it's like, but you're not doing anything. You're not pulling your weight. You're not making any changes. And this is when the universe goes, okay, we can't let you be in this situation any longer, because it's literally killing you and it's taking you off track. So we know you have free will, but there's also a bigger picture here that your soul wants to experience. So we're going to come in and kind of force you out of this situation because you're not really getting our messages and not really doing anything about it. So it's as if, your boss calls you, oh, sorry, I'm selling the company, and you're forced to leave, and you're like, oh my gosh, I don't have a job. What am I going to do? All this anxiety. But it's life stepping in and getting that out of your way, because you would have never left that job and you would have been miserable for the next 10, 20 years and totally gotten off track. So this is life, changing the tracks and getting stuff out of your way that is not meant to be in your path. Which seems like it's going to be a very good thing for you. Now, in the outcome, it's interesting because we have a little bit of stuck energy. We've got the 4 of Pentacles and the 2 of Swords here. So this is like being a little bit, not really knowing how to move forward, or feeling like you have all the information, having a big choice to make, not really knowing what to choose, or feeling like it's too soon to decide, or there's just this element of, I don't know how to move forward, I'm stuck, I can't get the information, I don't know what to do. There's a stalemate. And some of the energy's clogged here with the 4 of Pentacles. This is kind of the energy of when we try to control too much and we try to kind of manipulate our own situation, and we just end up getting in our own way. We end up preventing the flow of energy because we're trying to like juggle everything and control everything instead of just being true to ourselves in here and doing the work and allowing everything to come together. So that's interesting. That's a little stagnant. I'm curious about that. I might get a clarity card on that. And then we have these major cards, the Magician and Justice. So I feel like this is about you freeing yourself from something, regaining or gaining a stronger level of empowerment, and figuring out the magic equation of how to be in alignment with your desires and with, the higher energies, so that you can create what you want to create and you're just in the flow. That's why it's the Magician. He knows the magic secret. He knows the magic tricks. He can make stuff happen. So this is you being in alignment, manifesting things. But this is so different and opposite of the 4 of Pentacles. The 4 of Pentacles is like the shortcut trick when we try to get the guy to like us, or we try to manage every single dime and penny we own, and we're anxious, we don't want to spend any money, we don't want to lose it. It's like working full time to try to control what's out here to get the good feelings in here, but that's not going to get us anywhere. Really, what we want to do is we have to trust, we have to not think it's only us that has an influence in the situation, and work with God with this, the higher source, higher intelligence that is connected to everyone and everything, that helps us with our, it all goes together. And so the Magicians, when you've learned and you're learning how to actually create what you want to create without that hardship, without that stress, without that anxiety, without that manipulation, without that control. It's just an automatic thing and much less effort. So I feel like this Tower leaving, whatever change you're going through, it's kind of getting your mojo back or your empowerment back. I feel like you're going to be much happier, but it is up to you as well to kind of address these energies. Are you choosing to believe these anxious thoughts? Are you choosing to continue to think those thoughts? And I know it's hard. It can be automatic, but we have to take a step back and literally train our brain and force ourselves to be conscious of what we're thinking, to think things through, to have a little perspective, and think positively as well. We don't want to be a prisoner of our thoughts. Our thoughts aren't real. Our thoughts are just, they can be anything. We want to use our thoughts as a tool, like the Magician. We want to be in control of, in that way, in control of ourself, which ultimately brings what resonates with us in, not try to stress and control everything on the outside. And then the Justice. So this is a balancing out. Something is righting itself. there is a natural outcome that is absolute and clear and definitive that has come about based on all of your free will, your action, your non-action, other people's free will, what's, fated, and everything coming together by the outcome has produced this balanced, just state. So, yeah, I would say maybe this stuck feeling could relate to anybody who might not be wanting to let go of the situation and move through these changes. You might be still trying to hold on to what's kind of supposed to leave your life, or you might not want to see the truth of what's going on. But this is, meant to be, and this is happening. This is, yeah, because I feel like the Tower and the Two of Swords and the Four of Pentacles, see how they all have that, it's like a trapped, stuffy, blocked, and then the Tower gets blown out of there. So, I know this was like a little all over the place, but I hope that this helped. I hope if this resonated with you, if this is what your situation is, what's going on with your situation, that this helped you kind of make some sense of it. When things happen and things are meant to leave our lives, we can hang on and hold on, but it just makes us suffer. Because when something's meant to go, we just have to trust that and surrender to that, and it'll be so much less painful. And there is something better. There's better energy coming in. There's a better, you're meant to move through this. So I hope that this helped. If you guys have any questions, leave comments below. If this related to you, I would love to hear how. And I'm just going to pull one more card from the Archangel Michael deck, just as like a final message for Gemini in the month of June. What does Gemini need to know, or what would be helpful guidance in light of this reading? Okay, that popped right out. So we got believe and trust. Believe and trust. So trust, what's going on. If things are happening beyond your control, there's a reason for that. And, we have to just kind of, it's so complicated with general readings because I don't know where each and every one of you are at and looking at this. But, this is just about, not buying into fear, not buying into anxieties, dealing with what you have to deal with, but ultimately believing, there's a plan going on here, and you're not going to be forsaken and forgot about. You're connected to everyone and everyone's evolutionary journey of the whole universe. So you can trust that, and I feel like things are going to be there's going to be positive energy coming in for sure. And there's going to be some resolution by the end of this. I feel like you're going to see the benefits of why this happened and have some kind of definitive understanding of that. So anyway, Gemini, I hope this helped. I will see you guys next month. And if anyone wants a private reading, just email me, Tara at Tara's Tarot. Okay, bye guys.